All right, we are live on YouTube. I am outside of my house, social distancing with my buddy. I got a fire. I got a fire going on in the background. We are rolling, and the Patriots were on the clock, but they're not anymore. They have made a trade. They have traded with the Los Angeles Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers are taking pick 23, and the Patriots are taking pick 37 and 71. 37 and 71 to the Patriots. A ton, and Max said there's a ton of good players on the board. I wish this pick was Patrick Queen here. I don't know who Minnesota took, so we don't know who that is yet. But the Patriots do know because the pick is in. So the Patriots were technically on the clock. So they have made that move. They are trading pick 23 for pick 37 and 71, which gives them two picks in between that 23 and 87 gulf that they were really concerned about. That was their number one thing going into the draft. They had to fill that gap between 23 and 87, and they've done that here, picking up two picks. I don't know, Spags, what do you think?
I love it. I've made that pick multiple times in mock drafts. 37 and 71, pick at 87, 98, 100, 125. You're getting a lot of value there. A lot of great players are going to be there at 37. You know, where they go, who knows, at that 37 slot, but 71, you get a lot of value there. A lot of good receivers should be available as well.
Right. I mean, listen, the fifth pick in the second round, you're talking about only five people ahead of you. You know, is Queen going to be available? Is Kenneth Murray going to be available? You know, could one of the safeties drop to you? And so I think there's a lot of talent that that could happen. And so I think for the Patriots, this is the best move. And like you said, and like I said before, they were solely focused on filling that void. Now, I think, and I don't know, if the Patriots had drafted at 23, that would have told me that someone was moving, and that someone was probably going to be Joe Thuney. And here's Justin Jefferson just goes to Minnesota at 22. So all those defensive guys that we wanted were available. I think if a guy like Kinlaw had dropped, they probably would have taken him because he's too good of a talent to pass on.
Or Chasen too.
Yep, or Chasen too. I agree, but when
Jalen Reagor went 21 to Philly, I was really getting ecstatic because of Justin Jefferson. I love him, and of course he goes to 22.
Right.
And they don't pick at 23, but
right.
Yeah, that's the right pick. That's the right move, I think. But with the way the draft had shaken out, with only one trade,
right,
and just moving up a slot, I really expected them to pick there just because they're, maybe it's because of the virtual and all that stuff. I mean, who knows what went into it, but I'm glad that they end up getting 37, 71, right? I mean, now you have 5 picks inside the top 100 in a very, very deep draft. So
absolutely.
I really like
early
that.
Early second round pick, early third round pick, and then a bunch of picks at the end of the third round as well. So really, I think it's a really good move by them.
Smart move for sure.
Yeah, 100%. And so we'll see. Now, of course, that means they don't pick tonight, but I think a lot of people are going into tonight expecting them not to pick. And so we kind of get what we expected there from the Patriots. So it has been an interesting draft, and there's a lot of good players on the board. I'm excited about the rest of the first round to see what's available. Coming, and we'll obviously talk about that in the show that comes out tomorrow morning. But that's it. Patriots have traded pick 23 again to the Los Angeles Chargers. They have traded for pick 37 and 71, which again gives them a pick in the second round. I'm sorry, and gives them an early pick in the third round, which is really going to help out a lot.
And you told me, you're a little inside source. I was just hoping Jordan Love was off the board before 23, so I didn't have to sweat it. I was saying it to my buddy Liam here, my brother next to me. I didn't even want to, just like him being there was going to sketch me out, and I'm so happy as I sit in front of a Tom Brady shrine. If you guys can see right here, but
hey man,
no first round quarterback. The Jarrett Stidham train lives for another day.
That's right, baby. That's right. That is right.
But yeah, like obviously, like you said, I like the move. In a deep class, you have a lot of value there at 37. I think you're going to see a lot of guys that fall out. Maybe a Patrick Queen's available there. Maybe a Grant Delpit, who I mean, the without the injury history is probably safety one, and in a lot of boards he is the safety one behind
Right.
him and McKinney are 1A, 1B. I've said it for a while. You have a lot of value there at 37, and then 71. You want to go get a tight end like,
Well, and
Trotman should be there, maybe
that
even
allows them
Kmet.
to
I
do
think he
that.
might go a little earlier.
Yeah.
But I really do like that deal. 71, who knows? I mean, 37, you
37
can
is
go a ton of ways,
still a
man.
very
That's a
good pick.
great
Yep.
pick in this draft. It really
Yeah.
is. I haven't, and I said to you, and I've said it on the show multiple times, I hate when they trade out because they're always picking at the end of the first. You
Right.
wait all night to see who they get, and then they kind of blue ball you and trade out. This was
Yeah.
the one draft I'm like, please trade out.
Especially
It's too deep.
without that second round pick. You couldn't
Yeah.
you couldn't go 50 picks between draft
And
picks here. You couldn't do that.
71, I believe, is the fourth or fifth pick in the third, if I'm not mistaken.
It would be 64. That one's at the 7th or the 6th. I think it's the 6th because they have the fifth. So it's the 5th pick in the
32.
second
Yeah.
round. It was the
Yep.
5th pick in the second round and the 6th pick in the third round. I think what they did is flipped a coin. I assume they flipped a coin and they flip-flopped. So like Miami went 5 and then LA went 6, and then in the next round Miami must go 6 and LA goes 5, and then the next round after that. So it flips like that. I would assume. I don't know. I could be totally wrong, but that's what I would think. The Chargers pick is in. So we're live anyways. Let's just see who the Chargers traded up to get. It's obviously not going to be Jordan Love because they just drafted Justin Herbert. And it's not going to be Justin Jefferson either. So
I did get a couple picks right in our mock draft that obviously didn't drop because of Zoom problems.
Zoom, man. They never even responded to my email.
I had Henry Ruggs to the Raiders, number 1 pick. I had him wide receiver 1
Raiders
for a while.
all time. Yeah.
I thought it made so much sense. I had Jordan Love 24 to the Saints. That is still a possibility. Do they go there? Drew Brees already announced his life after football.
Hey, good.
I still think he falls out of the first with the way this draft. But I mean, really, no surprises. The only one was Damon Arnett at 19 to Vegas. I thought that was a little bit of a reach, but that's typical Raiders pick. They went Clellan Ferrell, 4th overall last year.
Yes,
Jonathan Abrams was seen as a little bit of a reach.
Right.
But other than that, I mean, guys have kind of went
they
where
like
they
who
were.
They like, right?
Yeah, right where Mox had him. But yeah,
all the guys in the draft were talking about Andrew Thomas being a surprise at form. Like that guy's a monster. And
I said, whoever you go, whoever goes tackle one.
So Chargers just drafted Kenneth Murray from Oklahoma. I know a lot of people were very high on the Patriots taking him. And I'll tell you what, man. The more I read about him, the less I liked about him. To be completely honest with you, I liked him a lot, but I don't think he fits here in this system. And so obviously the Patriots kind of felt the same way, I would imagine, because they had an opportunity to take him and they didn't. And so we'll see if Queen drops all the way down. I don't think he'll drop to 37, but I mean, you never know. At this point, you never know what could happen,
I agree. And like I said, 5 picks inside the top 100 in a deep draft.
Yep.
You're looking good here.
Okay. Exactly.
It'll be interesting. I can't wait for tomorrow for 37.
I know. Dude, 37. We have 5 picks tomorrow. 37, 71, 87, 98, 100. They're all happening tomorrow. So Patriots going to have a big day tomorrow. And so we'll see what happens. And if Tooney gets moved, it'll be tomorrow. And so, but again, this is good news for anyone who wanted Tooney around. This is good news because if they're drafting at 23, they got to fill that hole somehow. And, it might have been a Joe Tooney, a Joe Tooney deal. And maybe he still gets traded. I don't know. But hey, this is a good sign for people that want Tooney on this football team this year.
Bill Belichick finds his guys, right? In the 3rd and 4th round. He has 4 third-round picks, an early second. And I mean, hopefully he can draft in the second this year, right?
We're not taking a defensive back. Corner at 37.
Yeah, we're not taking a corner this year. Hopefully not. I can that's probably a lock, but you got 4 thirds and 2 fourths. You got all the ammo to move around wherever you want in the draft.
Right.
And like I said multiple times, very deep draft. I like 5 picks inside the top 100.
And if somebody drops, to 37 that you don't necessarily want, but is high on someone else's board, you could move back again and pick up another pick, say at the end of the second or early third, and then have some flexibility to move around with those picks or trade for players or whatever the case may be. So a lot of action. Appreciate you. We had a few people stop in, so I appreciate it. We'll get this in podcast form as well. That'll come out in podcast form, and we will have a show, a first round recap show And also Mark will have one as well tomorrow, kind of late afternoon. So stick around. We appreciate you guys coming along, and we'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you.